Alright guys, welcome back to another Fortnite video, and in this one, I think you might be able to tell that a little bit something's different. Just a little bit. We got the face cam this time. I'm super excited to be doing more face cam. I've been wanting to do it for a while. Finally got around to testing it out a little bit, getting it to work, so we're going to be doing it for this guide, the week 3 challenges guide, where I'm going to be showing you the locations of the location of the secret loading screen star. Also the Jonesy hidden in the sewer, which is kind of an extra, as well as tips and tricks for the other challenges as well, such as like how to really easily throw a flying disc to yourself. That's one of the challenges, and it's pretty funny. So we're gonna be going over all of that, helping you guys get done with them as fast as possible. But yeah guys, if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, be sure to use my supporter creator code in the item shop. I appreciate it so much, helps me out a ton, and you know, help me out, help you, something like that. But on top of that, also hit that like button down below on the video, as well as comment what tier you guys are at, because I don't think I've asked that yet this season, but I am curious to see where you guys are at. So leave that comment down below. Now without further ado, let's first of all go over the quick overview of the challenges we're going to be covering. This video is a little bit different than others because we're going to be doing the secret loading screen star as well as the Jonesy location again on top of the other challenges for week 3. So a total of 9 challenges. Pretty interesting right there, but then for the challenges themselves this week, you have got deal damage with different weapons in a single match, land a trick with a drift board plus stages. The stages are pretty interesting, so I'll show you how to do those. Also search chests at Lonely Lodge or Polar Peak, explosive weapon eliminations, throw the flying disc toy and catch it before it lands. Again, I'll show you a really good way to do that. It's a pretty funny challenge. Deal damage with different weapons in a single match, and deal damage to an opponent within 10 seconds after using a slipstream. So yeah, going to be showing you guys some good ways to do those. So let's go ahead and jump into it with the first challenge I want to cover in today's video. And this one is like, it's a weird one, but it's honestly a lot of fun. So yeah, the one I'm talking about right here, let me pull up the exact name of it. It is the throw the flying disc toy and catch it before it lands. So you basically have to throw it to yourself, which seems a little bit tough at first, but once you know how to do it, it's like super easy. You can do it in no time flat. In fact, you can even do it in like the starting lobby before you get onto the bus, and that's the way I recommend doing it, because then you don't even have to go into game to do it. You can literally do it before you do your other challenges, so it saves you a ton of time because it is pretty easy. Now let's go ahead and switch to in-game right here. Let me show you exactly how to do this and walk you through exactly the steps that you need. Now obviously you do need to equip it to your main wheel. That's going to save you a lot of time so that you don't have to, you know, go all the way down to like the very end. I think is where the items and stuff are, like, yeah, like at the very end, the last page. And if you have a lot of emotes and stuff like me, that takes a very long time, so just equip it to your main wheel. So yeah, once you have that, what you want to do is look straight up in the air, and I'm just showing you this in Playground. You cannot do it in Playground, pretty sure, but you look straight up, throw the flying disc. It's going to go like 45 degrees in front of you. That's when you want to run forward and simply try to grab it. Okay, I missed. It's a little bit tough. Might take you a couple of tries or a few tries, but like, as you can see, just run forward. It's gonna come back a little bit and slowly come down, and there you go. If it lands right on top of your head, you will catch it, and it'll say down in the corner that you caught your own frisbee, and that is how you complete that challenge. Very, very easy once you know how to get it done. But yeah, guys, for this next one, I want to go into game to show it to you because it won't take very long, and if Downtown Drop is gone from the game, obviously you can skip ahead a little bit in the video, just a minute. This won't take very long, but Lucas7Yoshi on Twitter posted one of the next challenges a little bit early, so that's why I wanted to, you know, go into game and show it to you, because it's the find Jonesy like in the sewer. It's that challenge, so you know, it's a hidden location. You know, I like helping you guys out with challenges like that, so I figured why not show you the location of Jonesy in the sewer and stuff like that so that you know exactly where to go. Alright guys, but yeah, here we go. The game is starting. You basically want to just go all the way down until you get to the 3rd turn around the corner, so we can just go ahead and skip to that. And my game is actually a little bit buggy right now. It's doing that weird little bug where you like can't really do stuff. But yeah, basically you get to the 3rd corner around right here, and you want to go down into this area. As you can see, super easily. For some reason, you know, this game mode gets a little bit buggy here and there. I can't even throw my stuff. But yeah, you do want to go down here, down this sewer, and it's going to take us a little bit because once you get to the end of it, you'll actually be able to find Jonesy. As you can see him down there at the end. Yeah, like there he is right there. He's in the sewer behind the bars right there, and that is how you find him. So easy peasy. We can't even get back up because, again, for some reason, we ran into a little bug. I don't know why. But yeah, there you go. There's the location. So let's keep it going with the next thing I want to go over. But then after that, guys, let's talk about the challenge, which is basically, it's a stage challenge. It's land a trick with a drift board plus stages, and we are going to cover the other stages as well, because I want to fully walk you through like the best way of going about doing this. Obviously, since it is a stage challenge, you'll have to do it in different games, which is unfortunate. I don't know why they don't just let you do it in the same game. It would make it a lot easier to go about doing, but still I'm going to help you out and show you how to get this one done. So first of all, with the first stage, and then we'll get into the other two. The first stage is again to land a trick with a drift board, which is very straightforward. I don't even really need to talk about this one. The simplest way to go about doing it is to simply find a drift board, like for example at this car or place, whatever you want to call it right here. You probably know where a bunch of them are. And then simply let your boost charge up, jump, then hold back a little bit, use your boost to do a backflip. Very simple stuff, and that's like the easiest trick you can do with the drift board. Simply land that and you'll have that first stage done. And then for the second stage here, this one is maybe a little bit tougher, but honestly it's actually probably easier because you don't have to do a trick. It is to get 3 seconds of airtime in a quad crasher, which obviously is super easy. Just get a quad crasher, go off a hill, or maybe build a ramp, but use your boost, hold back a little bit so that you go like straight up into the air, and that should get you at least 3 seconds of airtime. Like in this example I got over 7 seconds, so it is a very easy challenge. But then moving on to the third one, this one is a little bit more tough, and this is where I can maybe give you a trick or two, because basically it is to destroy opponent structures with a vehicle. Now you might be thinking, well, maybe the baller is going to be best for this because it went from the drift board to the quad crasher to the baller, but actually I think stick with the quad crasher. The quad crasher is very, very good at actually breaking through structures, better than the baller, so I do recommend that. And then obviously go into something like Team Rumble. There's going to be plenty of structures in the circle once the match, you know, gets underway a little bit. So grab a quad crasher, destroy some of those opponent structures, and you should have this challenge done super easily. But keeping it going here, after that you then have search chests. You have to search 7 chests specifically at either Lonely Lodge or Polar Peak. Now these two locations, the first thing that sticks out to me about this challenge is that they are very opposite sides of the map, so you're either going to be going to one or the other. And really I think what it comes down to is what side of the battle bus you are on, because obviously you guys know doing Team Rumble and something like this definitely helps out a ton, helps you to get this challenge done easier. But on the other side you could also maybe do a separate game mode, maybe an LTM, whatever's live at the time, because a lot of people do try to do challenges in Team Rumble. It's like the #1 game mode for trying to do challenges. So maybe it would actually be more beneficial to do maybe solo squads, because if like Lonely Lodge or Polar Peak is far away from the bus, not a ton of people go to those locations. So if it is far away from the bus, you might have that entire location to yourself so you can get all of the chests. Whereas in Team Rumble, you're probably going to have teammates, you know, dropping on the same location trying to get chests. Might take you a few games doing it that way. So something to keep in mind right there. But then as for the locations themselves, honestly, both of them are pretty good for chests. Polar Peak probably has a bit more considering it has the big giant castle. And honestly, that castle does have a lot of chests in it, especially if you just keep going through it, keep looking around. You'll be able to find a ton of chests easily. And then Lonely Lodge, you guys know that location has been around forever. I don't even need to tell you like what chests are best to go for. Obviously, I like sort of going towards the cabin side of Lonely Lodge. I think that has a few more chests like closer together. So that's my recommendations on that, but it's a pretty straightforward challenge for this week. After that then though, before we get into the secret star for this week, you also have the explosive weapon elimination challenge. Now this one also is fairly easy, but I do have a couple of tricks and tips I want to tell you guys about. The first of which is obviously to do something like Team Rumble. That's by far the best game mode for this. It's better than any other game mode you could really do, unless you just want to play normally. But Team Rumble, if you want to get it done fast, always the best for a challenge like this. Now then, what specific weapon do you want to use? Well, I 100% recommend, if you can find it, go for the boom bow. That item is probably one of, if not the best items in the game at the moment, and that'll help you get this challenge done super easily. I'm sure you've seen my Team Rumble gameplays and stuff like that, so I do recommend that. But keeping it going here, guys, with another challenge. This is the Secret Star Challenge. Where you can find that, how you can go about doing it, because as you guys may or may not know, if you are new to these guides, I always like to go over this because first of all, it's really important before you even try to find this star on the map. And if you're a veteran of the challenges, you obviously know this, but you do have to complete 3 weeks of challenges. It doesn't really matter as long as you unlock loading screen number 3. That is how you begin doing this challenge. You need to have loading screen number 3, and again, you get that by completing 3 weeks of challenges. So make sure you do that first, or else the star will not show up on the map. But yeah, guys, then after that, let's get into it with the location of this star, and let's actually go into game so I can show you the exact location. I'm just going to show you in Playground again. It won't show up in Playground, but obviously it's a lot easier not having like a ton of people running around in matches and stuff like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. But basically the location you want to go over to is right near or right next to Junk Junction. You want to go towards a little structure that's right outside of that. So let's just go in the Dusty Divot one. Alright, here we go. Pleasant Park instead. There we go. But obviously, Junk Junction is right up here towards the top left of the map. So let's just go ahead and go down there. But as you can see, guys, once you start gliding in towards Junk Junction, you don't want to go inside of Junk Junction. You actually want to go towards this thing right here, which I think used to actually be in Moisty Mire, which is pretty interesting. Might have to talk about that a little bit more later, but you want to go onto the top of this, and once you get there, the star should show up right around here, as long as you have the challenges and stuff completed, and as long as you're in like either a solo match, something like Team Rumble, something like that. The star should be right around here, so just pick that up and that'll be that challenge. If for whatever reason the location changes for some odd reason, as always, simply check the pinned comment down below. I will put any updates down there to like that challenge or something like that. But yeah, guys, keeping it going here with the next thing I want to talk about. This challenge is the deal damage within 10 seconds of using a slipstream, which is honestly pretty easy and maybe a little bit tough, but you only need 200 damage, which really isn't that much. And the way that I would recommend doing this is maybe to just play normally. You can also do Team Rumble. You just have to hope that the circle is somewhere close to one of the slipstreams. But on the other hand, you can also do solo and simply go somewhere like Tilted Towers or Mega Mall to get some items and then go straight into the slipstream that goes around those specific locations. And that way you'll be able to find people very easily, especially at the beginning of matches. Then keeping it going here with 2 more challenges we have to go over. We also have deal damage with different weapons, and I think you need to deal damage with 5 different ones. And that one is super easy as well. The way I would recommend doing it is for sure going to Team Rumble or something like that. You may need to drop your gliders, your redeploy. That might be something you have to do because obviously you need to carry 5 different weapons. I think it's 5. Hopefully I'm not remembering that wrong. But if you simply loot up, pick up 5 different things, go into the final circles of Team Rumble, should be able to deal damage very, very easily and get that challenge done. That's by far the best way to do it. And then for the final challenge, guys, it is the land at 2 locations stages. Not my most favorite challenge, but still, the way that I would recommend doing this is to maybe couple it with some other challenges. And I believe the locations are, first of all, visit Happy Hamlet and Shifty Shafts. Then I think it goes to Sunny Steps and Dusty Divot, and also Haunted Hills and Salty Springs. And oh, I guess another tip I can give you guys is to maybe use a vehicle. So something you could do there, like Happy Hamlet, maybe you find a drift board at one of the outposts in between Happy Hamlet and Shifty. Try to get that challenge done as well. But honestly, using a vehicle will help you get in between these locations the fastest, so I 100% recommend doing that. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Subscribe for more challenge guides, and let's get into the outro.